Now, real quick before we jump back into the Valley Repose here, I do want to just bring note to some of the things we have here on the screen, such as the Pickle Pedia, where we can see creatures we've beaten and feed them carrots.
Look at that peaceful protest.
Are they golden? Yeah. Somebody call in the police.
You know, it'd be funny that for every carrot you threw, you were spending like 5 or 10 pokos.
Yeah, you just see the amount of treasure you gather going down every time you throw a carrot.
Olmar, I noticed you got 280 pokos worth of treasure that first day, but now it's all
400 pokos worth of carrots at some babies that you captured.
Now we're even more in debt. What's wrong with you? And we can also see some notes from Olmar and Louis. Olmar's notes are more of the scientific nature, where he kind of goes into details about what they are. Louis, on the other hand, he talks about how to cook them.
No.
For a blissful bisque, mince the entire beast finely and stir it in with heavy cream, artichoke hearts, and a pinch of black pepper. Heat slowly until piping hot. Mmm, rich and creamy.
Why would you make a baby kind of like cow thing into a bisque?
I don't know.
Wouldn't you want to like make something meaty out of it?
We're not going to go through all of the notes or whatnot, but maybe towards like the end of the game, we'll pick like a few that we might want to see, just to see what Louis thinks how they should be cooked or whatever, or if they're delicious or whatever. And we also kind of like a similar thing for the treasures too, where Olmar...
Does Louis tell you how to cook a battery?
No. Now,
that would be convenient.
Now, with treasures, each one belongs to like a different set. Then when you complete a set, you'll unlock the ability to see like the ship give like a sales pitch, so to say, of the item in particular. Otherwise, for now, we just have like Olmar's journal notes on the items that he finds. Otherwise, that's all I want to show on that for now.
In my indentured servitude, I discovered my first thing, a battery. Do you think they're actually getting paid to do this?
Hell no.
What is it, a C or D battery?
It looked like a D.
Could have been a C, you never know.
You gotta get that D. I like how they just kind of plop out on the ground. That's gotta hurt after a while.
Yeah. Bad for the back, I'm sure.
That's why they have all the Pikmin do all the lifting.
Good morning, slaves. Ready for another fine day of toiling for profit of your company?
I like how he calls it, good morning, workers. It's like, this is like communist Russia. Good morning, comrades. You are here to slave away.
I mean, even though I changed like one word in that sentence, it's still a bad sentence with the way he is phrasing it.
Good morning, workers.
And also new workers to cause.
And all those child slaves you recruited yesterday with leaves on their head.
You know, I like how he's calling the Pikmin lazy, even though they literally did all our work yesterday.
Yeah, really. The fucking Omar and Louie are the lazy ones. They just watched them work. Greatest supervisors in the world right there.
They might grow flour on head. They make bread for lunch.
When they grow up big and strong, they get flour on the head. That Pikmin got stuck on the leg of the onion.
Yeah.
Yep, seems legit.
Good job. I remember the great pathing in Pikmin 2 here, where your Pikmin gets stuck on everything.
It's still a lot better compared to Pikmin 1, but yeah, there's still room for improvement from this game. Which thankfully they do in Pikmin 3.
What? There's a third one?
Yeah.
I thought they didn't care about this franchise.
There are days I do feel that. I will not lie.
Like that one Twitter post that you found that said, "What's Pikmin?" When they announced Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
Yes, but the timing of this Let's Play, actually, it probably will go up maybe around the time or shortly after Pikmin 3 Deluxe comes out.
Well, by the time this goes up, Pikmin 3 Deluxe probably will be out. So what are your thoughts on Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Derek?
Well, if I have to go by my impressions of the original game, it's good.
Watch
And
them
people
completely
should buy
break it.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like 343 Master Chief Collection kind of shit, where they just ruin the entire thing. That Pikmin's a dickhole. He went over to go help the wife. He's like, "No, I'm doing my job. Don't you worry. I'll do it."
Then he goes back to the other one, but then there's already 2 on that one, so now he's just useless.
Yeah.
Just a failure of a
He's just
worker.
like, "What the fuck, man? I was doing this. I was fine. I could have done it."
Just sit on this paper bag and think about what you've done.
He's got a friend to think about it. 35? That's a lot of Pikmin. Oh, Louis started off helping this time. Oh, then he stopped. He had to take a break. Union. What is he doing?
What?
Going to random
Go in a
ones.
circle, you idiot!
Now, why would he want to do
He's
that?
trying to make a pentagram.
Don't you mean a Louis Graham?
He's doing stuff in his true nature. Worshipping Satan. Look at him just looking around pretending to do work like, yep, all those Pikmin, they're back there, yep.
Totally.
I'm just making sure, keeping track of all of them, that's what I'm doing.
If only I could throw you.
Have the weight of 10
That's a
Pikmin.
5 candy pop, bud. That's it, I called it wrong again.
Teleposy.
Same thing.
Nope. Completely different.
You should like get some guy on Fiverr to say Pellet Posse, and every time I say Candy Pop Bud, you should just audio dub that in.
I love Posse.
Yeah, get it to be like some really manly Russian dude with a thick accent.
Or on the opposite spectrum, just an oddly feminine voice.
Or yeah, like a really cute anime Japanese lady.
Pellet Posse.
Yeah, and then dub that over every time I say the wrong thing. That'd be great. It would sound just like me.
Yeah, it seems legit.
Tear down this paper bag.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Me and Gabe were going for the same exact joke at the same exact time. Except he beat me to it.
Okay. Now let's bum rush him. That
Poke it in the butt.
didn't work how I wanted it.
Poke it in the butt.
It's funny because you said bum rush and you literally rushed it. Did you just lose Pikmin on the second day, Derek? What a loser.
Listen, it'll take me a bit to remember the specifics of Pikmin 2.
You know, everybody that watches this video is going to be like, what's Pikmin? But the third person underneath that comment that's not going to comment on this video is going to be like, you're a fucking loser.
Ish.
Now, why would you want to do that?
Why did you pick up that can?
I mean, I'm going to.
But you're not.
Yeah.
Listen, I got plenty
13
of daytime
on that
left.
bull warrior. You're terrible at optimizing Pikmin carrying. 13. That's an unlucky number. They're gonna get eaten on the way back.
I really don't care too much about my optimization on the second day here because we're actually pretty limited in terms of what progress we can make on this day too.
Yeah, because Pikmin seems to think it's a hard game, and they don't want you to get too far ahead in their own game.
Now, why would they want you to get any progress made?
They don't want you paying back that debt too quickly. Do you see Louis actually being helpful at the same time as you?
What?
I'm just gonna leave Louis there.
He's just like, okay, I'll sit here. You come back and he's just eating the Pikmin.
Notice me.
And the Pikmin's just trying to fight back, but he just can't.
It's like, no, please, don't kill me.
Louis turns around, you see the red in his eyes. The bloodlust.
Oh, did you see that hop? That's a hop for joy. He's like, oh boy, more Pikmin to eat.
How should I cook them? Deep fried? Stew?
I imagine that's what he's doing with all his free
Sliced
time.
and diced.
Just thinking about how to cook up a Pikmin.
Do you think in the Pickle Pedia there's a secret entry of all the different recipes he has for Pikmin themselves?
You have to get all the treasures and collect all the beasts in the bestiary. And it unlocks Louis' Pikmin cooking guide.
You know, for being compared to carrots often, I wonder if Pikmin do actually taste somewhat like carrots.
Yeah, I wonder what they do taste like, because they're like plant animals.
Yeah.
Plantables.
Unplantables. That reminds me of those
Anolans.
stupid Anolans. It sounds like a really cool gun that they would have on what's that? Earth Defense Force. Anolans. It's an Anolans. It's a joke gun that you fire like
Louis,
once and it blows
did
up the
Olmar
whole
instruct you
world.
on proper Pikmin commanding
What is it?
protocol? Not at all, probably.
He's not even here.
Yeah.
Oh wow. This robot's a dickhead.
Yeah. He's only here for the money.
What money? There is no money.
And do you think that he got that rocket from the loan sharks? And it was supposed to accompany Louie and Olmore to the planet just to make sure they're still doing their job?
Yeah.
Quick, throw him in.
And as soon as it finds out that, they turncoat, it reports back, so they hunt down the president.
Yeah, and it just strands them on the planet during the nighttime.
Yeah.
And then it comes back down and it's like, did you learn your lesson? And they're like, please don't leave us down here again.
Interesting. There's warm air coming from out of this hole.
That's what she said.
What could lie underneath? What's wrong? You both seem a little uneasy. Do you not want to jump in there? Well, I'm gonna make you jump in there.
Do not fear. Go in there for communist Russia.
Don't worry, I'll join you in too, to make sure you do your job.
For the glory of Mother Russia.
I like how the ship's just kind of making us go into this hole, assuming that there's gonna be treasure in there.
And it's just like, oh, there's a hole. Well, there's got to be treasure in there. What's going down there?
Surely.
Why wouldn't there be treasure? I always find treasure in holes. That's also what she said, too.
And we'll be going in there in a moment. We want to make sure this can gets to the ship first.
Eventually.
And the can always makes me think it has a face on it.
I know, I've always seen that too. Just the eyes there, and it has a...
It's screaming in horror because it saw Louie.
Yeah, it looks like an actually old can.
Eh.
At least for the top of it.
Also, it doesn't really...
I mean, it looks so shiny on the top, though.
It doesn't really have that
Just
well.
the style of how the stuff mounts on there.
No, I see what you mean.
I wonder what it actually was a can for. You can't really tell since it's just crushed.
Yeah. There is a lot of product placement in this game for sure, and we'll be seeing plenty of it throughout this playthrough.
Do you think that's how they paid for Pikmin 2?
Possibly, for part of it. Utter scrap.
But it's still worth more than a bottle cap.
Yeah. And also close to double of a year's salary apparently on Hockatate. If we're going by, that knowledge. Now to go into our first cave.
Woo, cave.
They're gonna lose everything! They don't have enough Pikmin!